Hey everybody, it's Wawa time. Today we're going to read a story about the wonders of nature. Look how cute this is. This was one of my favorite books when I was a little kid. And, actually, favorite artist. And we are out here in the wonders of nature to read. So here we go. We've got looks like a mouse and a butterfly and a bird and shells and a daffodil. Ooh, that's a long bug or something. And, well, I can't get the page turned. Okay, isn't it a wonder the way the woods know that spring is coming before the snow is gone? The sleeping plants send up green shoots, and the tree buds swell and burst. Look at there, there's a dogwood tree, and we have one planted right down there. Isn't it a wonder that some seeds have wings? Like a maple tree, they float down from the tree. And some have tiny silken parachutes. Have you ever seen a dandelion when it was all gone and you could blow it like that? And some seeds are hidden away in fruits, and that every seed, no matter how tiny, has a whole tiny plant inside with food to use when it starts to grow. What's growing in here? These are apples, aren't they? Isn't it a wonder that under the sea there are beautiful, strange gardens where the flowers are animals? Look at all these things look kind of like flowers, but they are actually animals that are living, so they say. Sea anemones, sea lilies, sea cucumbers, and sea grapes are all animals. Oh boy. Isn't it a wonder that tiny coral animals under the sea, which never move, build great towers and whole islands of their tiny shells? Like this, all kinds of stuff lives under the ocean. Isn't it a wonder that on the dry desert, some plants have thick stems in which they store water, and no leaves at all, and lots of prickly spines to keep thirsty animals from eating them up? This is a pretty area. This looks like the desert of Colorado or Arizona. And the kangaroo rat who lives on the desert never drinks water, but makes it in his body out of crisp, dry seeds. So we've got a kangaroo rat. I think he's named that because he hops. And we've got a long-eared bunny and an owl. Isn't it a wonder that the beaver can bite a young tree through in just a few minutes? He's biting through that tree. He bites off the branches and uses them to build a dam across a stream. He's building. This is going to be his home. And all the birds around, and the squirrels and opossums, the deer and the moose, enjoy that beaver pond. So here we've got a moose and a deer and a beaver and a chipmunk and a bunny or two and a boy and a girl. Isn't it a wonder that in the jungles the leaves grow so thickly overhead that some birds and animals on the ground never see the sun? And there are insects that look just like leaves. And trees start growing high in the air on top of other trees and send spindly roots down to the ground. That is a wonder. Got some kind of monkey, ape, another kind of monkey, parrot, all kinds of jungle animals. Isn't it a wonder that far up north in the land of ice and snow we call the Arctic, animals have winter coats of fur as white as the snow? So bunnies up there have white coats, and foxes. Isn't it a wonder that some birds fly thousands of miles over ocean and land and return to the same special spots to lay their eggs? That salmon swim hundreds of miles to shore and far up the rivers and over the waterfalls and return to the same spots to lay their eggs. Isn't it a wonder that fireflies have lights in their bodies they can flash on and off? That crickets chirp by rubbing their wings that some fish deep in the ocean have little electric lights dangling in front of their noses as they swim. That is really different. Or little lights along their sides. This is called a lanternfish. They carry their own light. Isn't it a wonder that out in the pond, smooth, wiggly tadpoles lose their tails and grow legs and turn into frogs? That's a baby frog before it becomes a big frog. And that fuzzy caterpillars weave silken cocoons around themselves and go to sleep, then wake up as pretty moths or butterflies. See, here's a caterpillar, and he weaves himself a nice little nest, and when he wakes up, he's a butterfly. It's very magical. Isn't it a wonder that a little baby that couldn't walk or talk or feed itself should grow up to be you? That is a wonder. Okay, guys. Night-night.